It's me, Persita, and this is Persita's Paradox. So today, let's just talk about one thing. One thing. What exactly can you change in your life, starting with one thing? Not 50 million, not 7, not 3, just one. Have you ever thought about if you just took the time every day to change one thing, you would actually reach your goal? Sometimes I think we get so caught up on just how we need to do it and how fast we get there and, what we tackle and how we tackle it and what the premise is on if it looks productive or not to others, if it's too small, if it's too big. I mean, we have a plethora of things that we come up with to determine what we actually do. But typically, we simply talk ourselves out of doing anything. We talk and talk and talk. We plan, we prod over what it is that's right or what's wrong. But at the end of most days, there's nothing that's accomplished. Just the thought that you're going to try again the next day. Now, I'm all about starting over and I'm all about forgiving yourselves, but there's sometimes a place and time for you to take responsibility for change in your life. Change does not require you to do anything more than to change. It's easier to approach change in a smaller bite than a massive gulp. A smaller bite. Simply approach it step by step. Step by step. That is it. That is all. It does not require you to find the biggest, most difficult thing you possibly can and say, you know what, I'm going to start there because it's so much easier for everyone to see that I am up for a change if I start with the biggest thing. You know me, I'm going to use a fitness analogy. Instead of actually trying to eat healthy or productively healthy all week, start with a meal. It may be one meal per day that you start with, but guess what? You will actually see a transition in not only your body, but your mindset, because you've allowed it to not only change, but you've seen a result of success. To actually see the success as you're changing is important. Otherwise, you will not keep the tenacious attitude to keep pushing forward if you don't allow yourself success. The faster you understand that, the easier it is to try to change. Typically, we just go for anything. We have no strategy, no structure. Even if we were discussing credit, most of us will attack the credit card with the highest limit. And our goal is, let me pay that one off and then everything will be great. Instead of actually looking at your cards and paying off the small cards, the gas cards, the department store cards, the smaller MasterCards or Visas, just the smaller cards. Because if you have $1,000 limit and you owe $500 on that card and you understand that credit requires you to use no more than 30% of the limit, you would see that to pay that $1,000 card is way more productive than to take your $5,000 card and try to attack its balance of $4,670. It's going to take you longer to achieve it, and you don't see the success fast enough for you to feel productive. Feeling productive is everything. Everything. You have to watch how you feel and what you're saying to yourself while you're trying to reach your goal. We have to think just one thing, not 7. One thing. What's the one thing that you can change today? The one thing that I can change today is that instead of drinking a cup of coffee before my meal, I can actually drink it after. Now, some might say, well, Persita, that's not a big change. Well, guess what? I don't have a lot of things that I need to change right now in my life. And that's fine too. That doesn't make me perfect. It simply means that I've gotten to a position of progression, that I am working and sowing my seeds in the ground. I'm tilling the ground with what I have. And I've created a rhythm for that. What we're talking about for you is for you to actually get started, to get to the point where you're actually moving and tilling with what you have. Some of us literally walk through the day and you have thought it all out. You've written it down. You have made yourself approved. You knew what you were going to do. And anything will manifest today that'll say to you like, no, you know what? I'll just wait until tomorrow. Or, it's just not enough time for me to start it because I know it's going to take 5 hours for me to do it. And I only have 3 left. So I'll just start tomorrow. That's not the thing to start with. The thing to start with is the thing that you know that in the next hour and a half of getting off of watching this YouTube video, you can change, you can see the success, you can give yourself the accolade, and you can move to the next thing. Promise you, the faster you see success, the more consistent and dedicated you would be to anything, absolutely anything. So I ask you again, what's the one thing that you could change today to get you closer to your destiny? What is it? You know what it is. Take the time in the comments to tell me what that one thing is. I'd love to hear what it is that you are committing not only to yourself but publicly that you're going to change. What's the one thing? Don't make it feel as if it's not big enough, because any change is big enough. It doesn't matter. Don't hold anyone in a position of power over you to tell you that that one thing is not big enough and you should start bigger. Typically, a person who would say that to another is not doing anything. But it's easier for them to ridicule the fact that you want to start somewhere because they're starting nowhere. So again, take the time. Challenge yourself. Put it in the comments. What is the one thing that you're going to change today? And then let's talk about the thing that you're going to change tomorrow. But today, I want you to commit to one thing that you will change. Once you've succeeded, watch how easy it is to keep going and keep going and keep going. So again, thank you so much for joining me. It is always a pleasure for me to see you and talk to you. And you might say, well, Priscilla, I don't see you. I do. I see a lot of you. I get a lot of inboxing. I get a lot of FaceTimes. I get a lot of videos. I appreciate them all. And I value your privacy for the people who feel that is the best way to do it. But again, if you feel that you want to comment and you feel the need to comment, I am always welcome to those in the video. So feel free to comment below. Also, make sure you're subscribing. Subscribe. If every week you're coming back and every week you look forward to the videos, please take the time to subscribe. Also, like and share and tell everyone how great you're feeling. And let's talk about your differences that you've made in your life and other people's lives. Let's just talk. This channel is all about talking. I'm all about talking to you, and I hope that you grow comfortable as we get more acquainted to talk to me. Thank you again so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and remember to live life authentic. Have a blessed day.